Hi, Aquarius. This is Just with your August 2016 mid month reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable August so far. So, Taurus, I definitely see, and I know a lot of you guys can relate to this. If this happens to not relate to you, you can go back and check other signs relating to your rising sun and moon sign, Venus sign as well, if you're interested in the love portion. That is not under Taurus for you, okay? But for a lot of my Tauruses listening, I do see that there was a sudden realization, news, change in direction by force or by will, okay? That has happened. So this, for most of you guys, this has already happened. For those of you that this yet has yet to happen, it definitely will be happening in this week, okay? Over the weekend, going into the week, but it's about to happen for you. But there's going to be some sudden change, an epiphany. You've gotten it yourself, an aha moment. Someone saying something to you to change the game of everything, or something happening, some news coming in that literally has changed everything for you. Okay. For some of you, this is work. So as far as the work portion is concerned, I feel like when there's different types of Tauruses here. So for some of my Tauruses, you've just discovered that possibly your job has ended. Okay. There's been an end to your job. Okay. Maybe there's been a time when you really wasn't sure. And so you guys had to kind of play the wait and see game. And now it's like, okay, now you know the news has come out. So for some of you, it came out like bam, out of the blue. And it really, I feel for some of you have it took you a step back. It was disappointing to hear, of course, and it has affected you mentally, of course, as it would anyone. And I feel like a lot of you, that this situation has happened, and at this point you can apply this to anything. So some of you have had a loss in someone close to you, someone that you know. There's been actual loss that you're going through, a loss of a job, a loss of your home, like you have to move really quickly. Something has ended rather quickly, or whether you chose to make a change and make a decision, or it was chosen for you, or there was something that you found out that has changed your entire perception. There's been some type of very significant change that has happened for most of the Tauruses that I'm speaking to, and obviously all of you that this relates to. I feel like with all of you, there is a moment in time where it sets you back, but you quickly regain yourself. Okay. You quickly accept whatever the situation is. And then there's going to be like you moving forward. I see a lot of movement and passion for the remainder of August. I feel like a lot of Tauruses almost has a light under their feet, and they're really springing into action. It's as almost, for those of you definitely that this will relate, as far as an epiphany, you've gotten some type of aha moment. It was as if you were sitting in some type of pause button, like your life was on a pause button, and it's just epiphany, this news, this realization has really gave you a sense of traction, and now you're moving forward with vigor. Okay, you're no longer mentally hung up, because I was definitely pulling a lot of cards that, as you guys remember, was suggesting a lot of mental hang-up, stubbornness, really unwilling to change, and really unwilling to compromise and bend. Some of you were experiencing that from others, but most of it was coming from Tauruses. And I do see now there's a totally different, some of you are not necessarily taking on this different approach. Okay. Some of you, so it's a few of different groups of you. Some of you have looked at the situation and you're like, you know what? Something came to you, or you heard, again, all those things. And because you have gone through this process, now you're going to see things differently. And when you're acting and moving forward, you can spring into action. You're no longer stuck, in this stuck phase. You're able to move forward. Others of you, I feel like you're moving forward, yes, but you're moving forward in a way that is still not necessarily having seen things in a different sort of way. Okay. Others of you, I feel like mentally you're still a little shaken and you're stuck. Like you're not wanting this change. Like, no, it's like, a parent tells a kid, come on, we have to go. And the child's like, no. It's like some of you are like, no, I'm not coming down off of this ledge. I'm not going to step down. Like some of you are not really wanting to make a move, but whatever this situation is, it's causing you to move forward. Like you have no other choice. So even if you're doing it begrudgingly, you still have to move. Although mentally some of you got it and it's like, okay, an eureka moment, yes, and I'm going to move forward, mind, body, and spirit. Others of you, it's like, no, mentally I'm not. I know. I'm still standing my ground, but I know that I have to do something about this. I know I have to, participate at this point. I feel like some of you really are not even aware. And the thing about this situation is that whatever this situation is for you guys, okay, whether you broke up from a relationship, whether you lost your job, whether someone has passed, whether, any of those things that obviously is very life changing and life altering. A lot of you don't even realize that this shakeup, because it's going to be a shakeup. It's going to shake up. For some of you, it's going to shake up your money, all of your emotions. As you guys can relate to this, your emotions are going to be shaken up. It's going to cause for you to make some adjustments in your life. It doesn't, and I feel like for most of my Tauruses, it's coming from external forces. So it's all other people's circumstances or the decisions that they've made now is affecting Tauruses, okay? And now you guys have to spring into action. This adjustment, this readjustment that you're going to have to make or moving forward begrudgingly, you guys really don't realize is that it's for your benefit. It's literally going, and I told you last week, so many great things are afoot for Tauruses. Like you guys don't even understand how many great things are on foot for you. You guys are about to have Jupiter in Libra, which is Venus, which is your own sign. It's like Jupiter being in Sagittarius, it's like, so when you have Jupiter, Venus, it being in Venus and you are Venus, you're going to attract so many great things to you. Like just sit back and relax, just sit back and relax. Of course you have to participate, but just sit back and relax because a lot of good things are afoot. There's just not knowing. This is really not knowing that this is for your benefit. When you look back and say to yourself, like this time next year, when you look back at things and you say, oh, I came through a dark place, but now, I've been riding this wave for so long. It feels so good. This is what I'm accustomed to. You're going to be so happy from this situation. For you guys out there that's lost your job, I mean, I don't have to tell you because a lot of you are hitting the ground running because you really don't have a choice. See, the way that the energy is set up for you guys, it literally has forced you at this point. Because I remember one of my taglines for you guys were do something. Now, for those of you that hasn't, or you were heading down the wrong path, you literally got picked up by the collar of your neck and was like, no, you belong over here. Now start. But when you're planted on in this new position, you're on a treadmill. So you have to start running to not fall off the cliff. Like you have to keep running and to keep moving. So whatever this news is, it's going to make you have to jump into action. You're going to have to change some things about your life. Life is forcing you to change, but it's putting you in a far better place. One that, again, until you start to live it and see it come to fruition, my words are, useless at this point. But when it starts to happen, just leave a comment below. So, it's really good stuff. Trust me, compared to a lot of other readings that I've been seeing here. The good thing about your reading, although you guys are kind of have been going through or just went through a little bit of something or will be, your outcome, like before the month is out, is going to already start proving to be a significant good change for you guys. Like good things are afoot. So again, if you're looking for work, make sure you get out there, put your resumes out. If you're looking for a home, whatever your circumstances is that you need, you're feeling a sense of, okay, this was taken out of my life. There's an opportunity calling for you to get motivated and get moving to replace that, because in that vacancy, it will be filled with something a million times better. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much your reading. No, we're gonna go into love, but really that does encompass love as well. But let's go over it. So I see that some of you definitely have had a recent breakup, a recent end, some realization that a situation has ended or will be ending. Okay, again, by choice or by force. So either by your decision or by the decision of someone else. There's been some end, and this is like coming in. This has already happened. So this just has happened as early as yesterday, earlier today, from like before the time you've seen this video into like a week before, or this will be happening to you very soon, that there's going to be some type of ending in a relationship. Okay. You're going to be very disappointed by the situation. Some of you will experience like a heartbreak, a heartache over the situation. I'm feeling for most of you guys, it's going to be disappointment more than just like a heartbreak. And I say that because the cards that follow is not suggesting someone that's going to ruminate in anything. This is telling me that, you know what, you found out, okay, I have to accept it, because I think that Taurus is having to really deal with a lot of accepting stuff, trying to, because you guys aren't necessarily going to just like change your stripes. That's not going to happen, but you have to start to, bend a little bit, but your way of bending is to accept things more than just going with some way the person wants you to go. So going the way or direction that others want you to go in, that's not a Taurus. But you will accept having to kind of go with the flow or allow a situation to happen, accept it for what it is. And that's what I feel that you guys are doing now. So with this breakup, again, I feel like you guys aren't necessarily holding on, waiting on. You're like, okay, whatever. Now if the person tries to come back, I feel like you guys are really going to be taking your break. Like, no, I'm done with this. Enough already. Enough with the back and forth. Enough of the come, go, here, there, everywhere. I'm done. Like, you're not going to do it. Some of you are going to let this go and just start moving forward in another direction. Okay. Others of you, I feel like you're going to try to kind of make amends with the situation. But I feel like it's only going to bring more frustration to you guys, those that are trying to go back, because there's really nothing back there. There really isn't. So I feel like those of you that's trying to go back, you're not going to find anything there but disappointment. The person that will be trying to come back, they're not going to find anything but disappointment. Okay. There's really nothing to kind of save in the situation. This thing that really is ending. And we do have Aquarius. The eclipse in Aquarius is coming up on the 18th, and I believe that is in your I don't know. Let me see. I think it's in your 10th house, Aquarius, right? Yeah, I think it's in your 10th house, I believe. So if it is, then yeah, this is going to be affecting a lot of you guys. Wait, Taurus, Aries, Pisces. Yeah, it's affecting your 10th house. So a lot of you guys are going to be experiencing this in the workplace as far as your money situation is concerned, but also regarding authority figures. So you could be having these problems with parents, you could be having this problem with management, that sort of thing. Okay. Going back to love, I feel like with the situation with the person coming back, they're going to be going back to nothing. But I do see that you guys really don't understand. Some of you are really going to be kind of going through the motions emotionally, trying to rebalance yourself, trying to get grounded again off of this situation. Okay. I feel like a lot of Tauruses are learning to adapt a lot better. Okay. Because they just have been having to, because a lot of things have been testing them to have to adapt a lot quicker, because time now is going so much more faster that everyone has to kind of adjust themselves a lot quicker to go with time. So, with that being said, I do see that there is a great opportunity for you to meet someone that really you can go the distance with. Okay. I do see, and I don't feel like that's something that you're even aware of. Some of you guys are, and that's why you're like, okay, 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 it's over. Like, for some of you, you're like, okay, okay, it's over. Okay, fine. Thank you. You did it for us. I don't really have to do it, or the decision has been made. Fine. Some of you have been saying, you know what, I'm just waiting for him or for her to do one thing, and I'm done. And they've done it, and it was over, and now you're like, good, because I have my eye on this person over here anyway. Like, some of you have kind of really kept someone else, I feel, off in the wings somewhere. And it's like, I'm now, I can, I'm still not going to let anyone know that, I have planned to kind of go in a direction of someone else. Okay. So this could be a Leo if this could be a Leo for you, or a water sign. Okay. It could also be an earth sign such as yourself. So, and I feel like, yeah, things look really good with this relationship that's coming up for you guys. I feel like you're going to be really happy, and it's going to be very passionate. Okay. Either you are going to be able to really kind of have a lot of control over that person, or that person will have a lot of control over you. A lot. I feel like some of you, yes, have been juggling a couple of people. One is ending. You're going to be rushing back to that one that you really feel like you have a really solid and stable connection with. And I feel like you're going to be very happy with that person. Okay. Some of you, I feel like if in the past you broke up with someone and there's been some time apart, I feel like there could be this epiphany again that you realize, almost like you've been sleep, and now you wake up and you're like, you know what, I know who I want, and then you go rushing after that person. Okay, so some of you, it's not so simple as, yes, the person is coming back from the past. They're basically going into a dead end, and so are you. For some of you, that you have a real solid, real relationship. I'm not saying something that it's problematic and all of these things. No, someone that you really do have a real connection with, and you've lost out, like you guys took a break or you broke up. It could be you, or could be someone coming back to you wanting to present a real offer. Okay, because now it's this awareness that they have, epiphany, like, you know what, no, it is you that I want, and they're really willing and ready to go the distance with you. Okay, but whatever it is, I feel like a lot of my Tauruses in the remainder month of August, definitely as we're going into September, it's going to be a lot of power and control that you possess. Okay, and you're not going to feel the need anymore to be controlling, to be my way or the highway type of attitude. I feel like you're going to be willing to compromise a lot, because now you know that you have the strength and you have the power, and things are going your way. So there's no need to really, there's no need for you to have to put certain boundaries in place at this point in time, if that makes any sense. So that is what I have for you guys for this month. I hope that this resonates with you. If it does, comment below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, as I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Taurus.